Okay. What's up, everybody? What's up? Thank you and welcome to the stream. And we are going to discuss two very important things when it comes to moving to Merida. Let me make sure I get the browser on. Cool. So, um, yeah. So if this is your guys' first time tuning into one of my live streams, my name is Jay. I have a YouTube channel called Trippin with Jay that focuses on trips throughout the world, whether you fly or whether you drive. I'm primarily based between Las Vegas, Nevada, and also Merida, Mexico. So my expertise will be in those two particular cities. But subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. I'm going to travel to a lot more places. So stay tuned, and I'm going to play you guys. Okay, so we're back in. And one of the first things I do want to talk about is what parts of Merida are quote unquote the best for expats like myself. So I did a lot of trial and error when I was moving out to Merida, or at least finding a place out in Merida, and I had no idea where to go. I was looking at Cholul, Coquel. I was looking at these particular places because they lie on the outside of this this highway right here, the 180. So this is called the Circle in Merida. So I was looking outside of the circle, but after my trial and error, I figured that it's best for me as a young single bachelor to stay in or around Centro. So that is one of the first places I want to focus on in Centro. This is a great spot if you're looking for entertainment. So you see they have Centro here. They have a lot of the places that I've mentioned on my channel prior, like La Negrita. They have La Chaya Maya. They have, man, they have a whole bunch of other places here. But if you're an expat that's looking for a nightlife, somewhere where you can go hang out, just walk around the city, my primary recommendation for you, if it's whether it's an Airbnb or hotel, or if you're moving down there temporarily or permanently, is to take a look at Centro. You don't need a car if you are living in Centro, so that's another plus. And they have all types of entertainment down there as well, so you won't get bored. And let's see, if we back up from the map a little bit, if you have a family, right? Let's talk about if you are bringing your kids down here and you don't want them exposed to all the noise in Centro, I would recommend north. So north of Centro, I would recommend the Montes and oh man, Alta sorry, Alta Brisa is one of my favorite areas of Merida. And the reason being is that you can see here they have Walmart, they have the mall, the Plaza Alta Brisa. Sorry, I'm so messed up with my languages. Plaza Alta Brisa is one of my favorite malls in Merida, and it's you can see like they have all of the necessary services. They have a hotel, Chedraui. They have a that's which is a shopping center. I'm sorry, a grocery store that is very comparable to what Walmart, because they sell like TVs and they sell like food and things like that. So Alta Alta Brisa is one of my favorite areas. Also Monte Carlo. So this surrounding area here is a good spot to be, and try to stay within the circle. If you're not trying to have, if you don't have a car, or you're using Uber or a Didi as your primary mode of transportation, my recommendation is to say stay inside of the circle. And if you are so inclined, this is the area to avoid. So Merida as a whole is a very safe city in Mexico. But with every larger city, there are going to be areas that you really want to avoid. And I've been told this by locals that, especially if you're an expat, is to avoid anywhere like south, maybe like right around the airport area. Like anywhere south of the airport is a no go, is what I've been told. And I like to stay right at Centro, right here, and anything above Centro is good as well. So if you happen to bring your vehicle down to Mexico, or you purchased your vehicle in Mexico, the area that I would highly recommend is between these two. So Cholul, which is here, it's still a developing part of the Yucatan, of course, and Coquel. Coquel is probably one of my favorites. It's more like a suburb of Merida. I would highly recommend those two spots. And then, of course, if you are so inclined to the beach life and you're about that life, Progreso. So Progreso does have some really nice places to go, and I'm not sure of what the actual neighborhoods look like in Progreso because I haven't met too many people that live in Progreso, only ones that commute. But if you want that beach life, Progreso is the spot to be at. And you will need a car. You will need a car if you're looking to come to Merida. But let's see around here a little bit more. Man, Coquel got Little Caesars. Okay, I see y'all. Okay. And some areas like Montebello, Montebello, Montes de Ame. Yeah, pretty much like this area here, guys. You're solid because I've stayed in the majority of these areas either at an Airbnb or a short-term apartment rental. So I've stayed in Chuburna. That was a decent area. It was cool. Like I could handle it no issue. And I've stayed in Alta Brisa, which is a really good place that I've already mentioned in the video. And man, where else? Where else? Yeah, I had an Airbnb in Centro. That was my favorite. That was 100% my favorite. If you don't have a family and you don't care about a lot of noise like from the road and from cars, Centro is my favorite. It's obviously the favorite, right? And if we zoom in more into Centro, I'm going to point out some spots that may be advantageous for us expats to stay at. So let me see if I can find it on the fly here. Yep. Paseo de Montejo. That is, yeah, that's going to be my personal recommendation. If I had an opportunity to have unlimited money and I can purchase any property in Merida, it would be on Paseo de Montejo. That's my favorite. They have literally everything around here. They have a Korean grill. They have a convenience store. Oxo is a convenience store out there. They have a whole bunch of hotels and a whole bunch of coffee shops, nice restaurants. Nightlife is just a few blocks away if you want to walk or take a dollar Uber. This area of Merida is where all the action happens. So this is naturally where people want to go. And if you are a bachelor, you're single, stay there. Do yourself a favor. So I've stayed in Centro as well. And I've also stayed in Timazon Norte, which is up here. This They have some really nice places to stay in Timazon Norte. However, if you do not have a vehicle, it's going to be a large expense to take an Uber or take a Didi Oh, we got a couple of chats here. Appreciate that. Chief M, planning on leaving the Matrix in about 6 months and coming to Merida. I am considering living north. Yes, yes, north. Chief M, north is the best place to be at when it comes to living in Merida. And hopefully, if you are bringing a vehicle, north is the place to be, bar none. If you don't have a vehicle, I would try to stay closer to Central so you don't have those high Uber and Didi costs when you need transportation. So Temazo Norte is one of my low key favorites. If I had a vehicle down in Mexico, I would probably either stay. I would stay in Temazo Norte. If I didn't have a vehicle, Centro. And Temazo Norte is one of my favorites outside of the circle because of La Isla. And I made an entire video on La Isla. Um, this is one of the newer malls in Merida, and it's one of the nicest. So you're literally right a stone's throw away from one of the best malls in Merida. So Timazon Norte is very luxurious, and I've stayed at an Airbnb out there that was really really nice. So definitely check out that location up there. And of course, they're gonna have all the surrounding areas up here. They're gonna be considered safe as well. They're just not. They're not really readily accessible. Uh, because I know some friends that stay in Conkle, some friends that stay in Conkle, and I want to hang out with them in Central. They have a vehicle. They're like, "Hey Jay, it's gonna be about 45 minutes to an hour before we get out there." And I'm like, "Yo, you don't have to live in Conkle, man. Like, you can live in Cholul, which is a little bit closer, as you can see here. Like, Conkle is all the way out here, and Cholul is one of my low key favorites as well. But you don't have to stay so far away if you don't want to. So once you determine what area that you're going to be staying at in Merida, after I suggest come stay at an Airbnb like for a week or two. If you're coming down to Merida permanently or long term, I would recommend staying at different Airbnbs in different parts of the city so you can get kind of a feel for the lay of the land so you can finally choose where you permanently want to stay. That is my recommendation because if you stay in Central only, you're going to be you're going to be very partial to Central, of course. And if you live in Cholul, you're going to be partial to Cholul, but have a variety of different Airbnbs that you can stay at because Airbnbs are rather inexpensive in Mexico as a whole. So you can book like two or three Airbnbs all at once. You can stay like a couple days here, a couple days there, a couple days there, and then you can get a feel for the city and figure out where you want to stay. And yo, Chief is saying, yes, I am coming to see it, or I am thinking about driving. Whew, Chief, that's a whole different beast right there. That's a whole different beast. I've seen a lot of people drive from the states and even Canada down to Merida, and um, it's I would suggest to look in those Facebook groups of people actually relocating down to Merida via a vehicle, driving down with a vehicle, and you have to get a tip um, before you get down there, so you can drive down there legally. And yes, I'm coming to see it in December. Woo, December in Merida, I heard is the weather is really nice. However, don't be fooled about with that weather in December. I would recommend, along with that. Okay, cool. So Texas is cool. Texas is close enough. It's not like you're driving from Canada, but don't be fooled by the weather that you are experiencing in December. I would come in December and then come in June, May or June, the hottest months of the year in Merida, and see if you can think about adjusting to that climate because it's a little bit different. I know Texas has dry heat. They have a very, very high percentage for their humidity, and it does get very uncomfortable if you're not used to it. Like myself, you and I, we both come from states that have dry heat, going down there, it's gonna take a while to adjust to the climate. But once you get adjusted, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful down there. All right, so you've stayed at a few places here in Merida, and you are ready to get that property, to get that apartment, and you want to ask yourself like, how do I find places? How do I find places to rent? And what are the requirements for renting a place in Merida? Short answer, it's rather easy for someone like myself, an expat from the US, particularly that has temporary Mexican residency, to rent a place in Merida. So, one of the first things that you have to really notice when you see the amount of money that it costs per month, in your head, you should automatically be thinking 3x, three times that. That's what's going to be required on top of a contract fee that people like to charge. Um, and just be prepared. So if you see like a place that's 8,000 pesos per month, which translates to about, what is that, like two, 400, $400 a month, you have to think 3x that. So $1,200 US, you have to give that to them. So it's the first month's rent and a double deposit. Without that money, you will not be able to rent a place in Merida. So let's take a look. So I found my first place in Merida from good old Facebook Marketplace. So I have it pulled up here, and you can see that they have a lot of places for rent here, and they're rather affordable. If you don't mind, they have a dirty mattress in the photo. That's funny. Um, cool. So let's take a look. Let's try to avoid the airport area and see what they have. And let's see. Should we take a look at the one with the dirty mattress just for giggles? um, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Um, ooh, 14,000. So this is about $700 per month. So in your mind, 700 times 3, 2,100. Have $2,100 US ready in your mind, but obviously you have to pay them in pesos. I'm telling everybody in USD, but let's take a look at it. So this place is $700 a month USD, and okay, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths with AC. Wow, it's actually really modern, and it's not furnished. It's unfurnished. So that's something that's also very important in Mexico as a whole. The majority of apartments, so keep in mind the majority will come furnished. So the majority of the places in Merida will come furnished. It is very uncommon to see a place that is unfurnished for such an amount like that. So 14,000 pesos for 2 bed, 2 bath in that's around north. So it's about the border of the circle. 14,000 is kind of a lot. Not gonna lie for unfurnished, because I had a place in Chuperna that was 2 bed and 2 baths for $600 a month, um, furnished. So to pay $100 extra and for not to be furnished, I don't think this is a great deal. But hey, if this is like your style here, this may be a good spot. So Facebook Marketplace is one of my favorite spots to look for spots out here. So let's take a look at this. See if we can go back to the map. Cool. So this one here, where is this one located? 6,200 Mexican pesos. Let's see. Okay, so it says unfurnished, but they have furniture in the pictures. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is probably your normal apartment in Merida. One bed, oh sorry, one bedroom, one bath, and it's in Northtown too. Oh, what was that? It looks like the gas burners. Okay, so it is gas. So a lot of apartments in Merida are the heat or the cooking stove is supplied by gas, and you will have to purchase tanks for the gas every 2 or 3 months is what I've been told on average. But just be prepared for that. I'm going to make an entirely separate video about the culture shock from moving from the states to Mexico because there's a lot. There's a lot. There's the gas thing that you see guys see here. There is the people that try to wash your windshield, and they'll wash your windshield and expect payment even if you say no. But I'm gonna make an entirely different entirely different video on that. So we're looking through here. Average apartment, cool. And let's look at one more before we move on to additional resources where you can find apartments. And let's see. I want to find a really, really nice one. Really, really nice. Um, man, there's some really good deals on here, yo. So, let's see. Man, you can really find some good deals still. Um, 10,000. Let's see. 12,000. This one's nice. Where is this one located? Hey, North. Whoa, this one's really nice. Montebello too? This man, listen. 12,500 pesos. So that's around six. Was that 650? No, 625, I believe. So 625 a month. Times that by three. Get around 1900 $1,900 US. If you have that in your pocket, you can rent this place. So this is. I really don't believe this is unfurnished. I think the furniture included in the photos was coming with the apartment. So they have nice living room here. They have a hammock outside. Oh wow, this is not bad. So this is 600 bucks, guys. One bedroom, two baths, and this must be the half bath, or is it the full bath? This must be the closet for the bedroom. What? Interesting. That's interesting to have two beds in one bedroom, like a hotel style. Well, but they have AC. You're gonna need AC in Merida for sure. So if you don't see a place with AC, or if you see a place without AC, it's not even a contender. Don't even think about renting that place because when those hot months come along, you're gonna be wishing that you got a spot that had air conditioning. Trust me, trust me. Okay, wow. Yeah, and folks, the majority of the apartments in Merida include the appliances. So they come with a microwave, a toaster oven, a blender. This is not typical in the States. In the States, if it's furnished, it's just literally just furniture. You have to supply all the appliances. So this is definite change. Wow, this actually looks really nice for 600 bucks a month, guys. Whoa, what? I think I actually looked at a spot like this in one of my videos. But yeah, that's really cool there. So again, Facebook Marketplace is my go-to because I went both ways. I looked at places with a real estate agent and I looked at places by myself. You can go either route, whatever you feel more comfortable with. I was comfortable with um, a real estate agent. They gave me great insight on the layout of the city, where to avoid and where to stay. And we got a chat from Ty's Kitchen. What's up, Ty? Just found you live. Thank you for the content. Hey, appreciate that, man. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do these live streams every single week, and I want everybody just to ask me questions, so I actually have some content to fill that time with. but I'm going to be doing live streams every single week. So let's see. So the next um, official resource that I used when I was looking for places in Merida is this guy's page. So this is another YouTuber that I watch. His name is Jose Artega. He he's like a lifesaver. So he actually created an entire website with free resources for us expats that want to move down to Mexico, Merida in particular. And you can see all of his videos here. But he also has a super important resource of websites you can use to find places to live. So one of them is Viva Nuncios, and I actually have Jose's website linked in the description box below, so you can click on that and find everything that you'll need before you move to Mexico to get you prepared. So let's see. Let's see. Merida, Yucatan. Let's go 2 bedrooms. Apartment. Search. Oh, this is the purchase. So let's go back to rent. Okay. So they actually have I think these spots look a lot more high quality than Facebook Marketplace, but they're also a little bit more expensive as well. So that's going to come with it. Whoa, 32,000? Yo. All right, this is a spot that it looks really luxurious. I love the variety of photos they provided us, one photo. Cool. But this is another resource that you guys can use. It's free. Like all of this information is free. So if you need any additional tips, let me know and I'll try my best to help you guys out. So the next website is a website I probably can't pronounce correctly. In Mubles 24. So let's see. Rent, Merida, Yucatan. And wow, they have different parts of Merida as well. Cool. Let's see what they bring here. Oh, man, look at this one. This is the first result. Let's take a look at it. I love the layout because you're on the top floor. Wow, look at this. Okay, has a guard, parking spot. Ooh, and this is $700 US a month, guys. And you can see outside here, they're about to build some more stuff out here. But man, like, look at this layout. Like, this is definitely built for entertaining people. Okay, I think this is the clubhouse, I believe. Man, look at that. Oh, they have a pool. It looks like I may be moving pretty soon, guys. Jeez. Because my place doesn't have a pool. Okay, there's a kitchen, living room. So, okay. So there's other photos that I think this. Let me go back. This may be a part of the clubhouse. This is not a part of the apartment. Cool. So wow, like look at the floors, the finishes. Everything looks really high quality for 700 bucks a month. And yeah, you will have to buy your fridge, but it does have an electric stove, it looks like. A nice balcony. Look at that, man. That you can get all of this for 700 bucks a month. How much is your rent right now? I wonder. Oh, Ty, this one I'm looking at right now, Ty, is 14,000 Mexican pesos per month, or the equivalent of about $700 USD. But man, look at this place. Look at this bathroom. It's beautiful. Okay. Wow. Look at this spot, man. All right, how many? It's wow, 2 bedrooms, 1 parking spot, and it's in Timizone Norte. So that's a really good area. This I may have to take this live down when I finish, man. This might be my new spot to stay at. This place is beautiful, but you can see like the difference between looking for places here in the States compared to Mexico is that there is no central listing service like we have here in the States where you can go to apartments.com and it's the same listings as you would find on another website. It's not centralized. So you're going to have to use multiple websites, multiple resources to find the place where you want to stay. So don't go to just one site. Don't use just Facebook Marketplace. Don't use just this website. Use multiple at once. You will see duplicates of the same place, but odds are you're going to see places where you have not seen on the other resource. So just use everything that you can because it's going to be the place where you're going to be staying. So don't limit yourself. Expand your options, look at everything, and stay within your budget and don't budge. Because if you work with a real estate agent, if you tell them your budget, they're going to go over. They're going to go over your budget because they think you're an American, you can afford to go over. Just be really, really strict with your budget and stick to it. All right, cool. We got Ty. Thank you. We subscribed and we'll continue to follow. I appreciate that. Perhaps you'll meet us when we come. Of course. Yes, please let me know when you get down there. Okay, so I got one more resource for you guys. One more resource before I take any questions. So if you have any questions, guys, like hit me up in the live stream or hit me up in the live chat, and I will get to those questions as best I can. But the last resource I want to present to you guys is for the people that don't want to do any work to relocate down to Merida. I actually met the owner of this place or this website or this resource when I was getting my residency, and she helped me just out the kindness of her heart. She like made sure like all of my documents looked good before I went inside. Like she didn't have to do that because she charges people money for this service, and she was just helping me out all off of love. So shout out to Barbara Blanco at Merida Moves. I highly recommend if you are lazy, you don't want to fool with looking for an apartment, looking for your residency, doing anything, and you want someone to just take it from start to finish without you doing much work, I highly recommend using Merida Moves and contacting Barbara Blanco directly. So I actually left her contact information in the description box below if you guys want to connect with her. She offers consultations. You can email her. And a reminder, guys, this is not sponsored. This is just off of like how friendly she was when I met her. And you can book a consultation. And yeah, book the consultation if you don't want to be bothered with like looking for an apartment or looking at your or completing your own residency. And yeah, so that's going to be it for me, guys. Any other questions in the chat? We good? Chief M, Ty's Kitchen, or Tall's Kitchen? Yo, my bad. It's Tall's Kitchen. So, anything? We good? Okay. Hey, I hope that this video ended up helping at least one person. If it helps out at least one person, that makes this video totally worth me making, and it's going to help me continue making more videos, more helpful content. I don't charge for anything. Everything is free. If I get the info for free, you guys get it for free as well. So I'm going to end the stream here, and I appreciate you guys watching and keeping, I guess, being attentive for the entire time. So again, my name is Jay. You're tripping with Jay, and I hope to connect with you guys soon.